スが勝ちました。はい、サンダースです。
Skills. Your 2K20.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
The National Basketball Association and the Minnesota Timberwolves are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to avoid any behavior such as using the proper measures or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violation to these rules to the rules security or a rule staff. Don't forget about our next fair giveaway day, where all the teams will receive a Crunch mascot tote bag. Don't forget, vote the fair and get the Crunch mascot tote bag. Timberwolves fans, we hope you come and join us for the Timberwolves Day Team Service Card Drive. The first 10,000 fans in attendance will receive this special giveaway. Visit the Game Zone to meet your favorite dance game.
Don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to go?
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. And checking out some numbers for Malik Monk.
And suddenly, his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range, not close to what it was earlier. But he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Markelle Fultz, also Zach LaVine out there, DeRozan out there with Domantas Sabonis, and it's Garcia in at the 4 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Rudy Gobert, then it's Randall, and it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover, but I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait.
DeRozan against McDaniel. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Fultz.
Yeah, and here late in his career, DeRozan is now capable from long range.
Pass to McDaniels. Conley feeling it out from deep. Randall no good. And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
Now, when I asked him about the challenges his team will face going up against DeMar DeRozan, Coach said it doesn't matter what kind of defense you throw at him. DeMar is so good getting to his comfort zones and knocking down shots. What people don't realize is how good of a playmaker he is. Given a tall task to slow him down.
Thank you, David. Here's Randall following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Garcia can't get it to go. Here's Alexander Walker. Guarded by Levine to the paint. Sabonis with the steal. Pass to Levine. Tries it from 9. And rebounded by McDaniels.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Fultz. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against Houston.
Well, when Levine looks to pass, it makes him so much more valuable.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Randall. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Pass to Levine. Kicks it out to Garcia. Clock at 6. Here's Fultz. Releases from the wing and drills it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Here's Fultz, following the basket by Julius Randle. And Fultz gets it to go.
You just can't allow Fultz to get around you. He's effective at using his handle to kind of maneuver around the defense.
Now here's Conley. His last outing, he had 18 points. Back to Randle. Teardrop shot. Makes it off the glass. Randle's got 6 points.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
The shot's good.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 7-point differential. Conley with the screen on Levine. Back to Conley. It's stolen by Fultz. And here we go. Levine heading to the hoop.
Nice work by Levine to get inside and earn a trip to the line.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Kings.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
They throw good, Levine.
Look, he's an ideal modern wing. Levine has tremendous athleticism, length, a great three-point shot. He's been productive for years.
And so Levine nails both of them. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Sabonis, the pass to Fultz. Now Garcia for the three. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Down low. Garcia against Conley. Great D that time from Garcia. Here's DeRozan. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Adding to his long list of highlight reel finishes, DeRozan still exciting to watch.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Conley. No scoring in this one. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Randall and Garcia with the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. Another miss by Minnesota. Pass to Garcia. Fades back. Minnesota with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Fultz with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Cans it from downtown. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, and he doesn't take a lot of threes, but there DeRozan answers with one of his own.
Pass to Gobert. McDaniels with the ball. DeRozan defending. 6 on the shot clock. Conley sets a screen for Gobert. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Kings leading now by 11. And here's Levine. Last game, 26 points. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Conley sets a screen for McDaniel. Off target with his three.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Levine can't hit. Minnesota's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And they'll get another chance. Here's Randall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Minnesota. And a change for the Kings. Keegan Murray's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Now, here is Garcia. Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Here's Fultz. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Over in the corner, Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. From past the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Fultz. Puts it up from 12. That misses off the backboard. Randall outside. Right side, Conley. Back to Randall. It's Fultz in the bucket for his 4th field goal, shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Garcia can't get it to go.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Sacramento making their last shot.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Garcia, a rebound by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Conley. Rebound by Garcia.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Pass to Murray. Fultz looking around. Three-pointer, and good. The three-point shot, good from Garcia. Garcia's got 7 points.
Fultz not just looking to score the ball, he also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Clark in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sacramento. Malik Monk comes in for Fultz. Miller outside from deep three-point land. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. They have a 9-point lead. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Daniels, he's checked in for Miller.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Levine, that's good. 6 points for him.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now here's Conley. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Reid with a screen for DiVincenzo. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Here's Levine, and he gets the bucket. Levine's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Picked by Clark, and here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Does not find the basket. His 2nd miss. He's now 1 for 3. Pass to Garcia. Takes the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Garcia's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Sacramento. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside Conley. Here's Reid. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Conley for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Conley's got 5.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter-puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
Levine wide open. They get it back. Garcia's shot is good. And the Kings lead by 16.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's Sacramento as they wrap up the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
Jaden McDaniels is out there with Reed. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Clark in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Garcia's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Stan, in a league of stretch bigs, Jonas Valanciunas is a true center.
He is, Kevin. And look, he'll occasionally take a three, but Jonas lives in the paint. He throws around that 265-pound frame. It's hard to defend him because we just don't see a lot of post players anymore.
The Timberwolves get all 4 of their chances so far in this one. For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
Fultz the pass to Garcia. Now, here's Monk. And DeRozan kicks to Garcia. The 3. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
DiVincenzo passes to Shannon. Driving the lane. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to Garcia. Lets it go from deep. Good! Another from 3.
Well, folks, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league, for all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
You know, he's worked on his craft and improved in a short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touch as we've seen from deep guys, but that's definitely not the only way he can score.
Takes a lot of control to hit that mid-ranger, and McDaniels has it.
Pass to Garcia. Shoots over McDaniels. Garcia can't get it to go.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Here's Shannon. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Right wing. Reed the pass to Shannon. Misses the 3.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Monk dishes to Garcia. Shoots over DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Clark kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Clark with it. Now McDaniels. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Garcia. It's hauled in by Shannon. Timberwolves trail by 17. And here is DiVincenzo, guarded by Garcia. To the inside, McDaniels. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas may not have the quickest feet, but he uses his size well to block and deter shot attempts.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Inod's checked in. Then for the Kings, Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Trey Lyles subbed in for Garcia. And so it's Minnesota with it, trailing by 17. A three for DiVincenzo. Knocks down the three ball. DiVincenzo's got 7 points in the game. Outside DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Clark. Here's DeRozan. Pass to Sabonis. Over Reed. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Back to DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's DeRozan missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Clark outside to the middle. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's DeRozan. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, that's a tough basket. But DeRozan is as good as it gets playing through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. On the free throw, no good. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Here's Randall after the basket by Sabonis. Can't get it to fall.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Clark against DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Clark. And it's DeRozan missing.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Pass to Randall. Gobert with it. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
First free throw is good. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Jay Crowder's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. That one is no good. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future. And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
from 13. That shot off the mark. Crowder against Clark. Pass to Fultz. Monk with the ball. With the drive. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
For Minnesota, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And he knocks down the first one. Murray's checked in for the Kings. Dean comes in for Markelle Fultz. Both free throws good from Randall. Now here's Levine. 8 points for him. Pass to Wiles. Puts it up from 15. Minnesota with the rebound. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
Well, hey, if you can prevent the other team from getting into a rhythm, the advantage is all yours.
And here is Monk following Julius Randle's 3. Levine deciding where to go with it. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Yeah, the mid-range shot is not a lost art for Levine. He's a very skilled guy in that area.
Pass to Gobert. And here's Randle. 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Monk with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Now here's Levine. Again, Levine missing. Outside Conley. Fires from deep. Levine with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Murray. Sacramento moving it around. Randle against Wiles. Murray down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
And this young guy is a handful to deal with. Murray is so skilled at drawing fouls.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sacramento.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball, he rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Monk outside. Pass to Levine. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Conley against Monk. From the arc.
And after that solid opening quarter, you can see now he is definitely starting to cool off.
McDaniels passes to Conley. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, when Gobert has the ball, it just seems like defenders are plastered to it.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
First one falls for him.
Well, known for being an exceptional defender, Gobert also has a good sense for when he should look to score.
And Gobert drops them both. Kings leading now by 8. Pass to Valanciunas. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Here's Levine. He's got 10. 6 to shoot. Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. The shot by Monk is no good. Minnesota shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Offensive rebound. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Randall.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And here's Valanciunas. Hasn't made 1 yet. Monk, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Randall against Crowder. Shoots from the baseline. Randall with the bucket. Now just a 4-point Sacramento lead.
And this is how Randall likes to operate, taking it in to the defense over and over again.
Monk finds Valanciunas. They could use a bucket. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Monk against McDaniel. Randall down low. Launches a 3. Randall can't get that one to fall.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Conley against Levine. Monk outside. And that's good for 2. Monk's got 5 now.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fair half-court shots. Drum roll, please. Give it up for the participant.
その雰囲気あったね。
Thanks for being with us, and let's get straight into it with the Players of the Week. And we thought it would be a good idea to give each other our own weekly awards here in studio. Kenny, why don't you start?
Shaq, you've been in a great mood lately. So I'd like to present you with the Boban Marjanovic Big Friendly Giant Award.
Thank you, Kenny. Ernie, for steering our ship. You have earned the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Captain Award.
Wow, what an honor. And finally, Kenny, I'm bestowing on you the Bill Laimbeer Top Instigator Award.
What?
Because nobody does it better.
Come on, Ernie. I don't even know if that's an award.
Oh, sure it is.
Come on.
Come on.
Good job,
All your
Kenny.
hard work. Yeah, we appreciate you.
No.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Kings.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And so it's Minnesota with it. 6-point game. On the floor for Sacramento, we've got DeRozan. Zach LaVine is out there with Fultz. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Garcia in at the power forward.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
DeRozan finds LaVine. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Well, let's not forget, LaVine's got a great handle.
Randle outside. Back to Conley. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. He's got 7.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. McDaniels passes to Gobert. And that one drops for him. Gobert's got 5.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
To the left side wing. LaVine for 3. Again, LaVine missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And it's obvious Sabonis enjoys passing the basketball, always ready to get it to an open shooter.
Pass to McDaniels. Up top, Randle, guarded by Garcia. Randle down low. He's against Garcia. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Randle. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. DeRozan for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's Conley. He has 7. Here's Randle. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's Fultz. They get a hand on it. Now Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got the lead up to 1 now for Minnesota.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Here's Garcia, and another three for Sacramento. You know, Greg, there was a bit of a rough patch with this team's chemistry not too long ago. That seems to have been put behind them now.
And I think MP stepped up and helped smooth the transition, right? He empathized with where the fracture was coming from and made sure the team stayed on the same page. That's great leadership from the young star.
Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Outside, Garcia. Offline with his three.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Now here's Gobert. 5 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. From about 19 feet, Randall no good. The Kings have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Kings.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Now here's Randall. He has 35. An easy 2 points on the layup. Randall's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Conley with it. 10 points for him. Randall outside. Shot clock at 6. A 3 ball. Rebound by the Kings. Garcia's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Inside, here's DeRozan. Minnesota with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. The Kings have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Pulls off the pick from Garcia. The 11-footer hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 6 points for Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and Fultz is a capable shooter. I like seeing him get going here in that mid-range.
Conley, DeRozan with the rebound. Kings leading now by 4. And Garcia kicks to Levine. Garcia sets the screen for Levine. Takes a 3. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Randall no good. Kings have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. From outside the arc, Garcia can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Offensive rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's DeRozan. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
This is a big night for DeRozan. But don't forget, he's been doing this since 2009. A long time in this league.
And Garcia with the block. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Randall. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then for the Kings, Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. Keegan Murray comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Malik Monk in for Markelle Fultz. Now here's Conley. 10 points for him. Clark, a screen on Monk. And here's Conley outside. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Levine finds Monk. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Clark left side. Out to Conley to halt the run. It's hauled in by the Kings. Garcia's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Now here's Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The open shot, Levine. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here is Conley. Reed with a screen on Valanciunas. And here's Conley outside. Sinks the triple. Conley's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Minnesota. Here's Garcia. And he banks in the layup. Garcia's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Monk against Conley. Has to Gobert. Back to Conley. Over Monk. Another miss by Conley. Kings leading now by 11. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Murray, the pass to Garcia. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Over Monk. Another miss by Conley. Now the Kings with it. They're on a 19-7 run. Even now, Stan in his late 30s, Mike Conley still able to perform at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, his father was a gold medalist in track and field. So even as Mike Jr. has maybe lost a step, he's still able to compete athletic.
And here is Conley following the 3-pointer by Malik Monk. Conley against Monk. From 11 feet away, Conley's shot is off. And for Sacramento, they're shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. To the wing right side, Garcia. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Conley, 13 points in the game. Pass to Clark. Fires for 3. Monk grabs the board. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Garcia. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 17. Clark inside. He's covered by Murray. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Guys, they're in a really nice roll here.
Yeah, just haven't wasted any opportunities.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Drains the 3-pointer.
their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Shannon. Nice D from Levine. And so it's the Sacramento Kings controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. You've got Naz Reid. Clark is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Shannon in a two-guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, when he gets it going like he is tonight, Zach LaVine is a nightmare to deal with.
Clark, a screen on Monk. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Valanciunas passes to Murray. Second chance shot. Reed with the rebound. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. No good from Clark.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Now here's LaVine. Now Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Here's Monk driving inside. Reed with the rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. It's hauled in by the Kings. Monk outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Plays it up and banks it in. Valanciunas has got his first basket of the night.
Man, he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
And that one's good by Clark.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's LaVine going inside. The offensive rebound.
Well, that athletic move by LaVine forces the defender's hand.
First personal foul. First team foul. 2 shots. Zach LaVine.
And he can't get the first one. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Miller's checked in. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Shannon. Over LaVine. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Sacramento leading by 21. Pass to Wiles. Back to LaVine. And here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Kings. Monk against DiVincenzo. Here's Reed. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Reed is so tough to contend with inside. Knows how to put a defender in a tough spot.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
And the Kings making a change here. Fultz has checked in. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Well, DeRozan's a threat from anywhere on the floor, attacking the basket or knocking down the 3.
Out left to the wing. Here's Reed. Nice D from Sabonis. Sacramento leading by 23. Outside DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Monk. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Clark with a wide open look. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Here's Monk. Outside, Sabonis. Sacramento moving it around. Fultz the pass to Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does.
And you have to love how multi-layered DeRozan's game is. Such a fantastic scorer.
DiVincenzo kicks to Miller. Reed against Sabonis. Now here's Reed. Defense is right there. Off target on the 15-footer.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now here's Fultz. Outside DeRozan. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Kings. Jay Crowder comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Carter in for Fultz. And so Clark nails both of them. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. Monk outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Clark outside. To the inside. Here's Randall. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Monk outside. Carter on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. Conley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Carter pulls it in.
Might be time for a little different approach. This shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Here's Monk. From down in the low post, it goes. Monk's got 4 points in the quarter.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Now here's Gobert. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Then for the Kings, Garcia, he's checked in for Lyles. And it's Fulton for Carter. Sabonis, that's good.
Looking like his dad, Arvidas, my former teammate. Sabonis, a skilled center, knocking down shots.
Now here's Conley. Alexander Walker with the ball. There's the three. Connects from three-point range.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Here's Fultz. Garcia inside. Randall on him.
맞다. 옷 혼자.
Randall against Garcia. No good from 11 feet. And here is McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Now here's Randall, guarded by Garcia. Randall against Garcia. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 39.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
The shot by Monk is no good. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Outside Conley. Three-pointer Randall. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Garcia against Randall. Beyond the arc. And he nails it. The three-pointer falls from Garcia. Garcia's got 36.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Pass to McDaniels. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Greg, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Nice D from Garcia.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And Randall's never been one to back down from physical play inside, and he's not going to start now.
At the line for your
That free throw good from Randall. Leans checked in for Fultz.
2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Sacramento in total control. Monk outside. Sacramento again missing. Minnesota shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels. Randall outside. Shoots over Crowder. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Randall's got 42 in the game. Kings leading now by 22. Outside Levine. Pass to Crowder. Outside Garcia. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall down low, guarded by Garcia. And good that time.
A developing part of McDaniel's game that could elevate him to the next level.
Outside, Garcia. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Incredible shooting out there, MP. MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
ノッカーコードを更新した。してない。
You might be wondering what this giant building right in the heart of the city is all about.
This is the NBA arena for your chosen team. It's the place to go when you're ready to play a game and advance your season.
And there's a whole lot more going on there than just playing games, Shake. Be sure to spend some time behind the scenes in the tunnels, too.
You'll find your locker room there, as well as the assistant coach, who will set you up with a variety of goals while keeping you up to date with what's going on with the team.
From post-game press conferences to direct access to the front office and the team practice facility, consider this your hub when you're focused on playing in the NBA.
It's a long road to becoming the GOAT and establishing a dynasty, but this is the place to do it. Next stop, the Hall of Fame.
This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor? Show 'em what's up.
So I figure you saw that tweet.
Yeah, I saw it.
And you didn't say anything back?
No. I remember what you told me last time.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
What's wrong?
Honestly, I was kind of hoping you put him in his place.
What? I thought we didn't like that kind of attention.
Last time you started it. You were the bully. Now you're just defending yourself. No one would fault you for that.
Coach, I did not think you had this side to you. I like it, man.
Everyone's got their limits, right?
So you sure I can respond and you ain't gonna get mad?
I encourage it. Just make sure you back it up.
Not even an issue. I got you, Coach.
Showtime, MP. True ballers only. How you feeling?
before you leave today to get your Trailblazers tickets. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the words Trailblazers along with your issue and seat location to 55555. And a guest experience member will respond immediately. We can't wait to see you at the next home game, Blazer fans. As a reward for attending, everyone will be getting a Damn Blazer Dancers trading card.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is Game 3 of the NBA Cup, a vital group stage contest. Brian Anderson here. With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at Sacramento, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot. And of course, the Trailblazers just need to keep fighting. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. They've got DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine out there with Malik Monk, then it's Domantas Sabonis, and for the Trailblazers, Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Williams is out there with Denny Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Taking a look at Portland, this is their third matchup of the NBA Cup. They've gone 1-1 so far in group play.
It's a swing game, really. A win, and they have a chance to advance. But if they drop this one, I don't see any way they get to that quarterfinal round.
And as for the Kings, they are off to a strong start in this NBA Cup, winning their first 2 games of the group stage.
Yeah, they've set themselves up nicely, but they can't get too comfortable. They need to win out in order to ensure their spot in the knockout round.
And while MP is all about team success, he's trying to win his matchup every single night with an eye towards showing that perhaps he's been underrated.
And the NBA is really a game of matchups. Winning yours, and MP's been doing just that. Facing off with similar level players, if you can win those little battles, it's big when it comes to winning games.
Now here's Levine. Here's Garcia. That three's off the mark. DeRozan against Henderson. Simons outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
And the basket by Garcia.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Henderson outside. Opti outside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
DeRozan outside. Here's Garcia. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Garcia's got 5.
It's almost like he had a bird's eye view of the court. DeRozan always knows where his teammates are.
Pass to Simons. Lots of room. Rebound by Sacramento. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Now here's Monk. 15 in his last outing. For 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
This is a big reason why Monk is so important. It's his accuracy.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, the Blazers with the draft night trade for two-way wing Denny Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
All right, Shams, thank you. Here's Simons following the score by Sacramento. They set a pick. Shot clock at 5. That one falls.
Digging deep, Simons to the hole himself.
Sacramento leading by 4. Here's Garcia. 5 points in the game. DeRozan finds Monk. Here's Garcia. Takes a 3. Williams grabs the board. Here's Avdia. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Sacramento has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Garcia. Here's Sabonis. Soft touch off the glass.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. Oh, and Levine with a block.
When you got bounce like Levine, you're always a threat to get your hand on the ball when you contest.
Garcia, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Back to Avdia. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Second chance effort. Here's Williams. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Sabonis outside. On the wing, DeRozan. Portland with a rebound. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Hopefully this is a reality check for them. Teams in this league are just too good. You will be punished for your mistakes.
And so here's Sacramento. Portland making their last shot. And the basket by Garcia.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Avdia outside. Pass to Kamari. Here's Simons. He's covered by Levine. Fires the three. Simons. That one's good. Simons got his third basket on the night right there.
Scoring well this quarter. Picking up steam as he goes.
Here's Levine for three. Avdia pulls it in. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Simons with it. Now guarded by Monk. And here's Henderson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here he goes. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Here's Sabonis. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Williams. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
And he misses the go-ahead basket. For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Here's Henderson. After the Kings picked up a basket a moment ago. He buries it from 3. Henderson's got 5.
Oh, good three ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
Got it.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Zach Levine.
Portland trailing here. Simons outside. Shoots from the line. DeMar DeRozan grabs a miss.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And the basket by Garcia.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Avdia outside. Back to Henderson. And he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
DeRozan with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Crosses over. Shakes him. And the layup by DeRozan. DeRozan's got his second bucket on the night.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Pass to Avdia. Back to Simons. Williams on the wing. Now Simons launches it. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. And Richard, whenever Sabonis plays, it's surprising if he doesn't record a double-double.
Oh, they're usually monster double-doubles also. Close to 20 points, 13 rebounds, and at least 6 assists. Domas, he is an offensive hub.
And as some of you might know, this game serving as the 3rd contest in group play of the NBA Cup tournament for these two teams. Grant, a lot on the line here tonight for them.
Yeah, B.A., and both sides are very much alive in the group stage at this point. Whoever gets the win here is well on their way to the next stage of the NBA Cup.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Now here's Thibault. Ayton finds Grant. 18 feet out. The shot that time not on target.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Fires the three. Garcia, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Grant, the pass to Benton. Pass to Ayton. Outside Thibault. Fires from deep. Valanciunas with a rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Right wing. Left side Fultz. They set the screen. Left side Murray. Out left to the wing. Here's Garcia. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Garcia's got 17.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Pass to Ayton. To halt the run, and the layup is good.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Monk with it. 1:41 left in the opening quarter.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Thibault against Monk. Now here's Thibault. Not a lot of room. Pass to Benton. Ayton with a screen. Fires for three. Ayton, and the tip in on the offensive boards.
Not afraid to throw his big body around. Ayton good at keeping plays going.
Now Monk. Here's Garcia. Good! Another from three.
Defenses around the NBA have to deal with his three-point marksmanship, and he's already proven in his rookie year there's very little you can do to slow him down.
It's been a lot of fun to watch him expand his skills this season, and lo and behold, he now holds the fourth spot all time for three-pointers in a rookie campaign. Pass to Ayton. Now here's Avdia, guarded closely. Another miss for him. He's 2 for 6.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable. They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Ayton with a screen. Right at the free throw line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Extremely accurate from that area. Grant knew that was going in as soon as it left his fingers.
Monk for three. Gets the three ball to go. Monk's gotten his third basket of the night.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
And so it's Sacramento in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows, but they're already in a great position to win this one.
DeAndre Ayton is out there with Walker. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Delano Banton. And it's Kamare in at the three. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Banton, good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Fultz. Rebounded by Kamare.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Kamare. Walker for three. Rebound by Sacramento. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now. Releases from 15. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Yeah, good work from the mid-range. This is why you let Murray do his thing from there.
Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, BA. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Portland shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
DeRozan is checked in for Murray. Blazers trail by 13. The drive by Grant. It's rebounded by Levine.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Garcia. 20 points for him. The three is up. And Ayton pulls it down. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Grant outside. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Oh, some real artistry from Grant at the rim. Kind of shaming the defense with that one.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Sacramento leading by 11. On the wing, DeRozan. Pulls up. Here's Garcia. Here's the three. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Lyles, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Ayton with a screen. Here's Benton. Pass to Walker. Grant in the post. He's covered by Levine. And he recovers it.
Yeah, just good positioning by Grant. He's right where he needs to be to win the second chance opportunity.
Outside Levine. Here's Garcia. The three is up. Connects again from distance.
Well, as the three-point bombs just keep raining down, he just moved up one more rung on the all-time list for three-pointers in a rookie season.
Well, you got to think he's going to be one of the biggest draft picks in the last decade, maybe 2. Hard to argue with how he's approached his three-point prowess. The Kings lead by 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Garcia's got 25 points in the game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Ayton, a screen on Levine. And here's Grant from the arc. Again, the miss by Grant. Sacramento has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Levine passes to Fultz. Pass to DeRozan. Beyond the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Kamari. Last game for him, he had 14. And here's Ayton. Here's Benton. Sends it home from three-point land. Benton's got 6 in the quarter.
And the dime going to Ayton, expanding the passing part of his game.
Now here's Fultz. Tight defense on him.
Ooh, I rushed that one a little bit. Pretty clean look inside.
Grant, the pass to Benton. Now here's Walker. It's not going to go for him. Grant against Levine. Pass to Fultz. Here's Garcia. That one falls. Nice assist by Fultz. And he's got 28 now.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Picked it. Back come the Kings in transition. Here's Levine. Portland with a rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one in Sacramento.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
And Levine has got the ball here for Sacramento. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Garcia. Puts one up from 19. Walker pulls down the board. Blazers trail by 14. Here's Benton. He's got 6. Grant finds Ayton. Back to Grant. Lets the 3 fly. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Garcia. Walker covering. And the layup is good. Garcia's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
A big group substitution here for Portland. Williams has checked in for Ayton. Avdia comes in for Walker. Henderson, he's checked in for Kamara. And Simon has subbed in for Banton. The drive by Grant. Rebounded by Lyles. Sacramento leading by 16. Outside Monk. Pass to Lyles. The 3-ball. Knocks down the long J.
When Monk isn't finding his own shot, he's making some slick passes.
Avdia outside. Back to Simons. To snap the cold streak. Sinks it from distance. Simons has got 10 points in the game.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Shot by Levine, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Avdia outside. Now Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Grant. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. 10 points for him.
High effort plays tend to pay off for Grant on offense. He knows how to work his way to a shot.
Levine passes to Lyles. And here's Monk. He's covered by Simons. Launches a 3. And it's Lyles missing. Blazers trail by 14. Henderson outside. 3-pointer. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Laravia passes to Monk. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. Keegan Murray's checked in for Sacramento.
Substitution on the court.
Sabonis outside. Murray, a screen on Williams. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. And Keegan Murray good for 3. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Avdia outside. They set the pick. There's the 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Murray with it. He's got 5. Levine passes to Sabonis. Here's Laravia. No good from outside.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Avdia with it. Checked by Murray. Back to Avdia. Williams a screen on Murray. Avdia passes to Williams. Henderson for 3. Knocks down the triple. Henderson's got 10 points.
And he's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Here's Levine for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Blazers trail by 14. Now the Blazers on the move.
And there's Henderson, just so quick. I mean, he loves to get out and run.
Danny Avdia with the assist.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Laravia passes to Levine. Oh, the long-range prowess of Levine.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
On the wing, Simons. That one no good. Levine with some nice D. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 15-point game. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
And it's the Blazers with the ball. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Here's Simons. Nice D from Levine. Sacramento leading by 17. Up top, Monk, defended by Henderson. Pass to Laravia. Murray with it. Here's Laravia. No points yet. Wide open look. Again, the Kings score. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Williams up top. Back to Henderson. Can they get it? Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Levine. That one off the back iron and out. Avdia outside. Again, the miss by Portland. And so it's the Sacramento Kings up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Rock and roll. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for our participants.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Their perimeter D has been soft like bathroom tissue. No excuses. Can't give up that many open shots and get away with it.
Their D being treated like bathroom tissue. No mercy. And now let's see what the NBA power rankings are starting to look like.
Take a look at Portland. Not a lot of expectations for them so far, but they put together a nice little streak.
And you look at this team, the roster they have, they seem primed to take a big leap. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Monk. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. And so in the game for the Kings, they've got Malik Monk. He's out there with Zach LaVine. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Domantas Sabonis.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Kamari. Still no points. Shots good by Henderson.
And what a night for Scoot Henderson. I mean, he's been torching them. Scoot's physical gifts have been too much to handle.
Here's Garcia. DeRozan, left side. They set the pick. Here's Garcia. From the arc. And again for three.
Well, with the way he's been shooting from distance, I can't say I'm surprised that he's now #2 all-time in three-pointers made during a rookie season. I mean, he has been impressive.
Well, we're talking about some of the best shooters we've ever had in the NBA. I don't think it's an understatement to say we could be witnessing a generational talent. Now here's DeRozan. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Oh, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
A premium talent in this league. DeRozan about as valuable as they come.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. A challenging stretch for Portland here. To the paint. The steal. Here's Garcia. Pass to LaVine. 4-3. And it's DeRozan missing. So it's Portland now. To the middle. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
When he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
And here's LaVine. It's Monk on the wing. Over Henderson. And the basket by Monk. Monk's got 5 points in the quarter.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Simons, a screen on Monk. Here's Henderson. Sinks that one from the post.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
It's Monk on the wing. Fades away. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Monk's got 15 points.
We expect good offense for Monk, and he's playing with a lot of energy to make sure he delivers it.
To the wing, right side. Henderson scanning the floor. Shoots over Monk. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Garcia's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's LaVine. Banked it in off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
Just muscling through the contact. LaVine is a flat-out star.
Pass to Kamari. Back to Henderson. Williams, a screen on Monk. Henderson for 3. That doesn't go either for Henderson.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Avdia pulls it in.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Simons with it. Monk covers. And it's Simons missing. The Kings have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Outside Monk. Picked by Sabonis. Puts up a 3. And the basket by Monk. Monk's got 10 points in just the second half.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Henderson for 3. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
On the wing, DeRozan. by Sabonis. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept the extra pass mentality the whole way.
Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sacramento. Fultz comes in for Levine. Here's Garcia. And no good. Nice D from Avdia. Portland has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Henderson for 3. That shot is off. 8 for 13 so far. For Sacramento, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Here's Garcia. Hits the trifecta. Garcia's got 36 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Pass to Kamari. On the wing, Simons. Shoots over Fultz. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Simons got 12 points.
Boy, Simons' jump shot is pure from anywhere on the floor.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran PJ Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. BA?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. Avdia, good.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
The Kings have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Outside Monk. Pass to Fultz. Valanciunas sets a screen. Here's Garcia. The 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Now here's Avdia. 3-pointer. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Monk finds DeRozan. Here's Garcia. And miss after miss right now.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Avdia outside. Here's the pick. Uses the glass on the layup. Avdia's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's a new man this half, playing with much better intensity and getting results.
Monk for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 7 tonight. Simons passes to Avdia. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Free throw good, Avdia, and some changes here for Portland. Ayton, he's checked in for Simons. Walker comes in for Kamara, and Grant is subbed in for Henderson. And it's Levine with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. 16-point lead. They've got DeAndre Ayton. Walker out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Delano Banton, and it's Rupert in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Walker. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
The Kings lead by 14. Levine feeling it out a bit. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
The belief of Levine, willing to do that in a game, man.
Here's Benton out to the right wing. Here's Ayton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
Inside, here's DeRozan. Can't cash it in from close range.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Banton passes to Ayton. Grant outside. Ayton, a screen on DeRozan. And here's Grant from the arc. Rebound by Sacramento.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Here's Garcia. The three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Grant with a screen on Monk. Here's Banton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Sacramento leading by 17. Left side Monk. Jacks up a three. Walker pulls down the board. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Banton. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Personal foul. First team foul.
He misses the free throw.
Delano Banton taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Garcia. Back to Monk. Pass to DeRozan. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Kings lead by 18.
Isn't it beautiful watching DeRozan just work through contact? He loves overcoming these kind of moments.
Banton passes to Grant. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Portland. Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. DeRozan. And the shot goes in. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter.
Tough for a guard to hang in the paint like that, but not DeRozan.
Pass to Rupert. Banton on the wing. Walker, a screen on Monk. Here's Banton. Off target from outside.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Blazers trail by 20. Ayton, a screen on Monk. Grant with it. Now Ayton. He's covered by Levine. Pass to Banton. From downtown, hits a three-pointer.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
Check this out. That's only their second turnover tonight. They've kept great control of the rock. You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Portland.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Grant's shot is off. Sacramento leading by 17. Here's Garcia. On the wing, Levine. And Levine, throw it down.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Pass to Banton. Now Ayton. Over Sabonis. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Kings have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Here's Garcia. Walker covering. And here is DeRozan. Out to the right wing. Garcia. The three-pointer off the mark. Blazers trail by 19. Grant the pass to Simons. Misses the three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Levine. Here's Garcia. Takes the three. Good! Another from three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Group getting ready for Portland. Robert Williams checked in for Ayton. Avdia comes in for Walker. Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Henderson in for Banton. And it's the Blazers with the ball. There's a screen. Henderson for three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. DeRozan up top. Basket counts. DeRozan's got 6 points in the quarter.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Outside, Williams. Here's Simons. Portland again missing. Sacramento has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Oh, Williams with the block. And he's able to get it back. Here's Levine. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. To the right side. Here's Kamari. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Kamari's got his first basket of the night. Sacramento leading by 22. From deep. And again for three. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
And Portland's shooting only 42%. Simons outside. Back to Henderson. And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed. This is where DeRozan makes his living. Such an excellent mid-range shooter.
Well, Portland's shooting 27% here in the fourth. Avdia outside. Pass to Kamari. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
His first turnover. He's been extremely steady with the ball tonight. You can get away with one once in a while.
So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. That win brings them to a 3-0 start for the group play stage of the NBA Cup.
And now they're focused on getting a clean sweep over their group before moving on to knockout rounds.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Oh, hey, way to go, MP. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Be honest, you were worried you went too far, weren't you?
Yeah, I think I let my emotions get the best of me.
Coach, I told you I got you, man.
Yo, look, I don't want you making half of this, but I gotta admit, it's pretty satisfying.
Maybe you should get on social, start talking your own talk, huh?
Oh, no, I think I'll leave that to you. Just make sure you're thinking as possible, okay? It's time to place for everything. You gotta know when to put you like buttons.
That was clear. Understood. See you later, coach.
See you around, MP.
All right.
That's one of the greatest shooting seasons a rookie has ever had.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
Now game time. Bring the pain time.
Please text the word KINGS along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond and address your concern immediately. The National Basketball Association and the Sacramento Kings are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or enter a play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. Don't miss out on any upcoming Kings games this season. We have single and package games available. Go to the nearest ticket booth or visit the team's website.
MP, what's up?
Chilling, man, chilling. Yo, you want to do a jersey swap after the game?
I don't know, man. I don't do that too much.
Oh, come on, man. It'll be fun. I know. You want to hang my jersey up in your trophy room?
You know what? If you win, I'll think about it. Be competitive. I like that. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Berry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with Fox. And it's Vassell in at the small forward position. And for Sacramento, Levine is out there with Malik Monk. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Garcia in at the power forward position. And guys, this is a game we've had circled on our calendar.
Two of the hottest teams in the league. They've been playing terrific of late. I'm looking forward to this one, partner.
Here we go. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Here's Fox. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Here's Garcia. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Fox with it. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on Levine. Into the lane. Castle misses. On offense, here are the Kings. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders. The way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
The Kings shooting their first free throw tonight.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
A free throw off from Garcia. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Levine's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Castle. Guarded by Levine. That one goes. Count it.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
Monk kicks to Garcia. Bangs home the trifecta. Garcia's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Castle. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Here's Sohan. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Garcia can't get it to go. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now, Sohan. We saw him with 10 points last game. Fox passes to Wembanyama. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Brent, De'Aaron Fox. I mean, how do you cover him?
Well, Kevin, the first thing I do is ask for help and keep my other defenders aware that I'm not going to slow this guy down at any point. So try to get him to his offhand, which is his right hand, and then make sure that he's taking more shots and not being in transition, because that's where De'Aaron Fox is at his best.
And the accelerated release from DeRozan gave him the upper hand there.
Outside, Fox. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Fox has got 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
There aren't many better at shooting from that range than Levine. He is lethal from that spot.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Lets the 3 fly. Vassell, no good. Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against the Trailblazers. DeRozan's shot is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside, Fox. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Over Monk. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. He has 7.
De'Aaron Fox relentless right now on the offensive end and looking for any scoring chance.
Here's Garcia. Rebounded by the Spurs. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Castle misses. Kings leading now by 4. On the wing, Levine. Back to Garcia. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Levine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a teammate.
Here's Fox. Sacramento making their last shot. Shoots. Rebound by Garcia. Garcia's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
DeRozan against Vassell. Shot left block. DeRozan's shot is off. Spurs trail by 6. It's Vassell with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this coaching staff would love to see more of that. Vassell taking it to the rim.
Floats it up for Monk. And stolen by Vassell. Here's Castle. Guarded by Levine. And here is Fox. He has 7. Fires the 3. Rebound by Garcia. Garcia's got 6 rebounds in the game. DeRozan's shot is good.
So determined is DeRozan as he has piled up a ton of points in this league.
Fox against Monk. Outside for Wembanyama. Fox inside the line. Sabonis grabs the board.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
DeRozan gets a screen from Garcia. DeRozan's shot is off. And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. 6-point game. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
Well, the defense against them had a little something to do with it, but you still got to go out there. You got to find a way to get good looks. You got to keep working the system, and quite frankly, they just couldn't do that.
Spurs trail by 3. Here's Fox. Rebound by Garcia.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Over to the left wing. Sinks the three-pointer. Garcia's got 13.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The size, reach, the bucket is right there for Victor inside.
Levine kicks to Monk. DeRozan on the wing, covered by Vassell. Garcia's shot is good.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a whistle. He did not want to hear his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Kings. Keegan Murray comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Johnson's checked in for Victor Wembanyama.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
How many games do you need to play, Greg, before you know who you are as a team?
I think you basically know already your identity, the pace you want to play at, obviously the development of the younger guys, and your chemistry is always ongoing.
And the Kings making a change here. Fultz is checked in. Wasted no time on that one. He's got 9.
Such a versatile scorer. Fox is superb at understanding when to take the mid-range.
Kicks it out to Garcia. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Kings lead by 10.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Fox looking it over. There's the triple. Sacramento grabs the miss. Garcia's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Levine, here we go. Pass to Valanciunas. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Spurs trail by 12. Outside, Fox. Over Fultz. Another miss by Fox. Fox has gone 3 of 10 shooting so far, only 30%. Fultz kicks to Garcia. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Bassett, guarded by Valanciunas. Here's Johnson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And one thing you gotta love about Johnson, his energy. The man doesn't take his foot off the gas.
For San Antonio, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And Johnson drops them both. Here's Fultz, still scoreless. On the wing, Murray. Lets it go with a three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Branham, the pass to Wembanyama. Pass to Branham. 5 to shoot. The three. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Garcia. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Keldon Johnson.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
Here's McLaughlin. Wembanyama, right side. Pass to McLaughlin. Puts up a three. Sacramento grabs the miss. Garcia's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Fires the three. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Branham. Nothing on the board. Here's Wembanyama. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Here's Garcia. Powered down with both hands.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Monk is out there with Markelle Fultz. Then it's Keegan Murray. And it's Garcia in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Barnes getting to the inside. He sees that the defense is closing in, and he still takes the hit.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Barnes. Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
Yeah, you got to be aware of that overall athleticism of Fultz. Awesome at getting inside and finishing with power.
Spurs trail by 21. Here's Branham. He has yet to score. Wembanyama, right side. Pass to Johnson. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. And it's good for 2.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And Garcia kicks to Monk. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's Monk that time on the assist from Garcia.
Yeah, right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Wembanyama against Garcia. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Lets it go from the wing. Rebound, San Antonio. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Barnes. Over Monk. Barnes can't get it to go. Kings leading now by 19 points. Here's Garcia. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Garcia's got 33.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Johnson, the pass to Champagny. And the 3 off target. The Kings have gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. Outside, Garcia. Outside for Murray. Pass to Monk. Outside, Garcia. Buries it from 3-point range. Garcia's got 36.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Barnes outside. Over to the wing. Here's Wembanyama. Good. Wembanyama's got 12 points in the game.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Fultz dishes to Garcia. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. Then on Thursday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Miles checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Murray. And that one's good. Wembanyama. 14 points for him.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Up top, Fultz. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Wembanyama. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the quarter. Here's Fultz. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Kings lead by 20.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Here's Monk. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs trail by 20. Pass to Sohan. Spurs working the ball around now. Low block shot on the way. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. DeRozan's shot is good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Wembanyama, a screen to the paint. And again, San Antonio turns it over. Well, Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Well, you look at Garcia, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
Fox, no good. And it's Fultz with the ball for Sacramento. DeRozan passes to Garcia. Inside, the 9-foot shot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Spurs have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Vassell with it, now guarded by Monk. Now here's Vassell. He has 5. Wembanyama, a screen on DeRozan. Shoots the 3. Sabonis grabs the board.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And DeRozan kicks to Garcia. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. So for the Kings, their last game a win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Fultz with the ball. Driving in. No good with the layup. Here's Castle, guarded by Fultz. Pass to Castle. Sohan with the ball. Off the mark, and the drought continues. From downtown, and there's Sabonis. That's good on the assist from Garcia. Garcia's got his 6th assist on the night. And now the first timeout call here for the Spurs. Have to like what we're seeing from Garcia.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Some changes here for the Kings. Arabia's checked in, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Fultz. Johnson's checked in for San Antonio. Pass to Castle. Back to Johnson for 3. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
A priority for Johnson, continuing to work on his jumper, especially off the catch like there.
On the wing, Monk. The tray kept alive. Sabonis finds LaVine. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks.
Pretty nice looking shot there from De'Aaron Fox, looking more comfortable.
Outside, Jones. Pass to LaRavia. Outside, Levine launches it. Sabonis, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line. Only 71% as a shooter.
Sabonis is a guy you have to watch closely in terms of how relentless he is. Trying to get in there, mix it up, play physical. He just never stops fighting.
Here's Castle. What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Oh, man, what an incredible throwdown by the rookie Castle. Wow.
Jones kicks to Sabonis. Jones dishes to Monk. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Can't allow Johnson to get that deep. Once he's there, he's going to be able to score.
Outside, Jones.
Come get it, come get it.
We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. Sabonis' a screen on Vassell. It's good. Laravia's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
Pass to Sohan. Jones against Johnson. And it's Laravia with the rebound. Kings leading now by 21. Rebound by Sohan.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And here is Fox. To the inside. It's stolen by Jones. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Laravia. Outside, Sabonis. Clock at 6. On for 3. It doesn't go for him.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Takes a step back. Here's Johnson. And so it's the Sacramento Kings sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the favorite half-court shots. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shots. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Checking out the Kings. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the San Antonio Spurs.
Their defense has been trash. That is, if you can call it defense. I call it being lazy.
Yeah, it's lazy, Shaq. They've been outworked, and you gotta beat them to the basketball. That's the kind of team that you want to have. And so far, they haven't answered the bell.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Garcia.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Kings leading now by 21. On the court right now for the Spurs. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with Fox. And it's Vassell in at the 3.
And we don't talk about the shooting of LaVine enough. Connecting from 3 at a great clip over his career.
Vassell outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. LaVine, and he drops in the layup off the glass. LaVine's got 5 points in the quarter.
And over the years, LaVine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Here's Monk. Pass to Garcia. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Lets the 3 fly. Garcia can't get it to go. And San Antonio shooting 43% for the game. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. The Spurs are great at drafting and developing, and in selecting Stephon Castle with the 4th overall pick, they've made a play on upside. He's a versatile wing defender. Shooting and his position were the question marks. Can he be a primary playmaker? Will his three-pointer prove to be reliable? Guys will see, but the Spurs are very excited to bring Stephon Castle into their program.
A star talent. Hey, Shams, we so appreciate the reporting you gave us right there. Thank you.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
They get it back. Monk for 3. Cracks in the tray. Monk's got 5.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the basket by Vassell.
And now Vassell knocking down a 3 of his own.
Mar DeRozan on the wing. Here's Garcia. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Pass to Sohan. There's the 3. That shot no good.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Outside, Garcia. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. LaVine for 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Knocked away. Pass to Sohan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Fox.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. To the wing on the left. Vassell outside. From outside, off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Monk, no one around him. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. The three-pointer, no good. Sacramento's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. San Antonio's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. A nice shot by Sohan.
And more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
Outside, Levine. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Valanciunas is checked in for Sabonis. Murray comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Fulton for Monk. Free throw good, Levine.
Now a veteran in this league, Levine wants to compete for championships at this stage of his career.
Pass to Castle. Fox a screen on Levine. Castle misses. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 16-7 run. Garcia sets the screen for Fultz. Rebounded by the Spurs. Vassell right side. Pass to Castle. From downtown, a three-pointer is right on target. Castle's got his third basket of the night.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Outside, Garcia. Up top, Fultz. Guarded by Fox. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Garcia's got 47 points.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Vassell against Murray. Pass to Castle. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Sacramento's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Now Fultz. Outside, Garcia. Jacks up a three. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. San Antonio calls timeout.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Sacramento on defense. Back to Fox. Johnson outside. Wembanyama high post. Pass to Johnson. And stolen by Murray. Outside, Levine. Here's Garcia. And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Here's Fox. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Down low, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
If Murray can keep his passing up, he'll be a force in this league.
And San Antonio shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Here's Sohan. No good on the 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Valanciunas, good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Sohan with the screen. Three-pointer, Fox. It's hauled in by the Kings. Garcia's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Murray outside. Sacramento moving it around. Garcia can't get it to go. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, Castle's showing his ability to create and finish when the defense overcommits.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Wembanyama. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Sohan. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And taking a look at some numbers from Markelle Fultz, he's one of the standouts over the last month. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And how good is he at distributing the basketball? My goodness, pick and roll, drive and dish, in transition. He's been dominant all season. That free throw good from Fultz. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Lyles checked in for the Kings. He's off on the second. And for Sacramento, their shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Murray, good. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Over Fultz. San Antonio again missing. Murray scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. Shot clock reset for Sacramento. Outside, Levine. No good with the triple.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And it's good, 2 points. Johnson's got 9.
And nicknamed Big Body, Johnson doesn't shy away from contact, using that size and strength to gut through it.
Here's Fultz. Massey pulls it in. Spurs shooting around 41% on the night. Johnson can't get it to go. The Kings shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Fultz finds Valanciunas. Massey pulls it in. Massey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Kings making a switch here. Laravia's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here too. Branham's checked in. And the Spurs with possession. Offside Fox.
2 minutes remaining.
Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Barnes.
The defense better recognize that Harrison Barnes more than capable from there.
Fultz looking around. From 12 feet out. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 8.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
To the inside. Massey, no good. And for the Kings, they're shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Fox against Fultz. Files a screen on Fox. Here's Fultz. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Fultz has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, and Fultz is a capable shooter. I like seeing him get going here in that mid-range.
Fox. And that one's on target from the wing.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And here's Fultz. He's got 10. That one misses. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Johnson, the pass to Bassett, and the powerful one-handed slam.
The court awareness improving with time. Johnson with a great pass there.
Now here's Fultz. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 6 assists now in the game. Spurs shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Fultz against Fox. Pass to Branham. No good on the triple. Here's Fultz. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Kings ahead, delivering the blowout. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Carter out there with Markelle Fultz. Then it's Trey Lyles. Pass to... He's here for the Kings. Garcia, he's checked in for Lyles. Right. And Monk's subbed in for Carter. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. And it's the Kings with the ball. Holds off the pick from Garcia. Fires the three. Rebounded by Castle. The Spurs have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Trying to get something going. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
The size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
So he gets them both.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Back to Monk. Garcia sets the screen for Monk. LaRavia. San Antonio with the rebound. 1:22 left in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Kings.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the
and another one.
And it's 60 points again. Can't believe he's done it now 3 times.
I mean, right, 3 times. He's now tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Kicks it out to Garcia from the arc. Rebounded by Castle.
Garcia. First personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting.
That's good from Castle.
Castle. At the line for 2.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 20-7 run. This one for 3. Garcia can't get it to go. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Fultz against Fox. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.
Good game, MP. Still want that jersey?
Yeah, man, for sure. You saw how hard I was working out there.
Then let's do it.
Oh, man, I appreciate it.
Hey, you earned it, bro.
You did your thing, bro. Good luck the rest of the season.
You too, man. Stay healthy.
You too.
You earned that one.
Solid effort tonight on both ends.
Hey, props to MP on his first 60-point game. I mean, there's not many people in the world as good at anything as he is at putting the ball in the basket. More, please.
いや、いつ20 3日ぐらい開くのか。さあ長めにやるかな。長めっつってシーズン終わるタイミングはちょっと27、28っていうのがちょっと月またぐんだよな。ああ、しょうがないか。別なゲームやってるわけか。ということで終わります。おやすみ。